Tonight we're gonna make Mexican enchiladas. We're still in the Mexican Heritage Month. So we're gonna start doing enchiladas. Now these enchiladas, I'm gonna make them today with chickpeas. Okay, I'm gonna get a bag. Usually I use a smaller can, that 15 ounce, but today I'm using the 29 ounce chickpeas. And I'm just gonna, this is gonna be for the filling, so I'm gonna mash this. Make sure I get all the, and then I'm gonna have mommy. Where's my mommy?
I'm here.
Okay, hi Elizabeth Flores, querida. Maritza, hola. Hepsiba Delgado, hi. I'm gonna make this, have my mom come say hi. Mommy's here, abuela.
Hi.
Is here. I'm gonna have her mash this.
Hi.
Use all your strength. This is good for your muscles. So mash me all these. They can be chunky. They don't have to be super mashed. They're just chunky. And I'm gonna tell you something really cool. This uses like a bag of uses. Hi Monica, I love you. I'm gonna use uses a bag of spinach, but I'm gonna use canned spinach. You know, there's also frozen, but I started using some of these canned vegetables, and they're wonderful. So I'm gonna use 1 can, and this is about 13 ounce, and usually the bags of spinach are about 15 ounce or something like that. So this is perfect. So I'm gonna cook then the yeah, thank you. You're so cute, Elizabeth. Hola Wilfredo. Hi from Puerto Rico. Okay, so this I'm gonna use this. And then I'm gonna top it with this enchilada sauce. You can make your own enchilada sauce, but you know, I'm not quite there yet. So I'm gonna use this enchilada sauce. It's a mild, so you can go a little hotter. But of course, I don't have my Mexican friends, they don't come today to make me enchilada sauce. So, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of garlic powder. I have this garlic powder that I love, and I'm gonna use it in there. So, mommy, how's the garbanzos coming along?
They're almost done.
Almost done. Okay. So I'm gonna heat up the pan. I'm gonna heat up the pan here a little bit. I know it's a little late. I was biking. I'm gonna just put like a couple teaspoons of oil here. I'm gonna turn it on. I was riding a bicycle with Bob, so dinner got a little delayed, but I'm gonna make this in a snap. I also turn on the oven because at the end I'm just gonna put the enchiladas to melt and get hot inside. Oh, and I usually use Chihuahua cheese to mix with this mix that I'm making with garbanzos. But I had leftovers, you know, the cotija cheese from the other night that I make the tacos. So I'm actually gonna put this, a little bit of this inside and also on the top with enchilada sauce. Okay, so these are super fast, and thank you, my friend Mary and my niece Dania, and also who else? Oh, and Grisel from Puerto Rico gave me this enchilada recipe. So I use all of the recipes and I create this one. It's super easy. So I'm gonna do this, and I'm just gonna put, oh, and the onions. Wait a minute, let me get the onions.
The onions, they are
So
there.
she already cut them. So these onions is about, you can do any kind of onion. I had a half of a red onion. So Mom chopped it up while I was biking. So I'm going to saute that, the onions with the garbanzo, and then I'm going to add the spinach. And usually if you're using fresh spinach, which is what I have been using before, if you use fresh spinach, then you can, you know, saute them also with the onions. All right. So how's her? Hola, Olga. Oh, how good to see you. You love this recipe, Olga. It's enchiladas with chickpeas, with garbanzos. I'm gonna put about a teaspoon of this garlic. Okay, about a teaspoon of this garlic. It's a garlic powder. You can use garlic salt, but you know, I try to take away as much as I can. Hola, Nadia. Hi, Nadia. So I put the garlic with the onions, all right? And then I'm gonna, oh, mommy, you did a great job. So she mashed it with a potato masher. You can do this in the blender as well if you want to, or the food processor, of course. But you know, too many things to clean, so I just use that potato masher. And you want, I mean, I like it chunky, so I love garbanzo, so I like that. So as soon as this gets a little tender, then I'm going to add, oh, you're good, Mom. Mommy, here's your spoon. Oh, you're gonna do that? Okay, great. And then as soon as that's tender, then I'm gonna add the garbanzos. And basically, we're just heating up all these flavors, and then we're gonna fill the enchiladas with this. And hi, Dorothy. And then anything that that is left over from this, then I'll use it for other things like sandwiches, because then I can mix this up. Whatever I don't use of the garbanzos, you do it in a sandwich. I could do it to fill out like sweet potatoes, baked potatoes, you name it. You can make a whole nother meal. So this is why I wanted to do a big can. Also, let me tell you, when I make these enchiladas, we always run out. Everybody wants 2 or 3. I'm like, hold your horses. But, you know, I made more so that there is possibility that people can have a little bit more if they exercise. All right, I think the onions are looking good. Hope you can see that. I'm gonna bring the camera a little closer. Mommy here is being a great help. Okay, so I think it's good, huh? We add this.
Yeah.
Let's add the spinach first. Actually, before we add the garbanzo, I'm gonna add the canned spinach that I told you that I found, and I love it because I can have spinach. I use spinach for a lot of things, and usually I grow them. You know, remember I had lots of spinach during the spring, but I'm all out of spinach, fresh spinach. So I figure like, well, I'll start using some of the can, and you know, it's getting cold in Chicago, so I gotta come up with my plan B. But I'll use the fresh things that are in season. Like, you know, right now we have lots of apples and pears, and the pumpkins are gonna start coming up, and the squash, butternut squash. So I'll use more of that instead of some of these spring, summer vegetables. But these enchiladas are so good, and I was gonna make something else tonight, but Mommy's like, no, make the enchiladas. So here we are, okay? David, oh my gosh. My friends from college, David Stanke. So good to see you. It's been years. Don't we look the same? All right. So this is looking great. Let me show you here. I have my assistant, mi mamita. This is looking really good, Mom. So it's going to be a little watery, but we'll let it cook in here. You can even do this filling before. And then abrazos, Olguita. And then keep it overnight, and then use it the next day. You know, that way you can make things a little faster when you're in a rush. Hola, Unice. So good to see you. All right, so we're gonna put now the garbanzos. Should we put them all together? So this is one. But again, you can make you can put anything in these enchiladas. You know, I mean, usually they're made with chicken, with beef, only with cheese. Anything goes. So today we're making them with these garbanzo, spinach, onions, garlic filling. All right. So as you can see, it's very, very nice. It's really delicious. It's really, really delicious. I mean, I think that garbanzos mashed, they can go with anything. So. Hola, Unice. So good to see you. All right, so this is looking very good. We're going to mix it really good, Mommy. Gonna mix it a little more. And then I'm going to use, I found these tortillas that are, they're whole wheat. They are only about 90 calories, you know. They're bigger, so they're usually more like 120, maybe 130. Okay. But these ones, because they're a little bit thinner, they're actually, they are only 90 calories. And they're whole grain. So I just found them. I mean, again, I don't have anything with any of these companies. I don't work for them. Hi, Alexis. I don't work for any of these companies. So you can buy any brand you want, okay? So I just happen to like these tortillas because that way I can eat a couple more, 2 or 3 maybe. All right. So I will start, since the filling is almost done, so I'm going to start. And these tortillas also fold very nicely. But of course, corn, nothing like corn enchiladas. They're
Mira, no
fabulous.
vas a
But these ones, you know, they really fall really nice and easy, so I don't have to warm them up. I'm gonna put them in the oven. Okay? They even smell really good. Alright, so I'm gonna put, I'm gonna put a little bit of the enchilada sauce in the, sorry, I'm using canned enchilada sauce, but this is really good. It's mild, but you can also buy it a little more picante. I'm gonna put a little bit on the bottom of the pan. I'm using a, let's see, I'm using this kind of pan, not the big baking pan, but I'm using a little bit smaller pan than the 13 by 11, so this is just a little bit smaller than that. I'm gonna put a little enchilada sauce on the bottom, okay? And this is how easy this is. I mean, I know I have a little help here, but usually I put everybody to work. If my dog could put his hands here, he will be helping too. Everybody helps. All right, so I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna take the enchiladas and I'm gonna start peeling them out. And then, like I said, I'm gonna put a little bit of this cotija cheese on the hi Roseanne. I'm gonna put a little bit of this cotija cheese inside the enchilada as well, okay? So we're going to, maybe I could do this, put a little bit of the cotija cheese in a little bowl so it's easier for me to put it inside. It's always hard to do these things from the side. You know, it's not Food Network, but I need like an island in here to do this, huh? All right, so I got the cotija cheese here, so I can put it a little bit on the inside. And then I will use, of course, a little bit of more of these. But any cheese, I like Chihuahua cheese. You know, if you're in Mexico, hi Amanda. If you are in Mexico, of course, you can use queso Oaxaca, queso panela. Any of those cheeses are great. But in here, we have fewer options. And cotija is what I have at home, and that's what I'm gonna use. Okay, so I'm gonna put, Mommy, I think you got these really good. I'm gonna turn it off. And I'm gonna start then filling these up with this. So I'm gonna take a couple tablespoons of the mix, put it in here, okay? Put a little bit of the cotija cheese inside. Almost looks like, you know, something with epazote or something like that. I'm just gonna fold it as nice as I can. Okay, and then I'm gonna start filing them. I'm gonna file them on sideways. Oops. I did that. So I'm gonna, you want the, hi Bob, we're doing enchiladas on Facebook Live. Bob is hungry. All right, so I'm gonna start filing them up here, putting them sideways because the tortillas are pretty big. So I'm gonna get another one. I'm gonna put, so this is kind of like the whole process. You know, you put in, I think, you know, the best part is to do them kind of like towards the, one of the ends of the tortillas. Put a little, I love cheese, so I'm gonna put a little more cotija cheese. I think that the thing is just to kind of fold them towards the end and then really wrap them up, all right? And then I'm gonna put them with the opening side to the bottom, okay? So you see in here, I do the opening side in the bottom. Got it? I mean, it's really simple. Sometimes you feel like, you know, it's kind of, once you learn how to cook, you see how simple it is. I used to be really scared of cooking and thinking, how do people make food? How do they feed us so much, so easily? So you can go complicated, but I try to go as easy as I can. This smells good. All right, so I got these, and then I'm gonna put a little bit more of the cotija cheese again. I love this cheese. So I'm gonna, and then of course I'm gonna go from this side, fold them up. I mean, you can go very tight, but I don't have that technique. I guess I didn't live in Mexico long enough. I'm gonna do another one. So at least we have, it's just my mom, Bob, and I tonight, so there's not too many people. But I'm sure we all want to have two.
No, I want one.
Oh, she only wants one. Okay. All right. So only one for you. I'm going to, so here's the other one.
I ate already.
a little more cheese. I love this cotija cheese. Okay, we're gonna fold it again. Again, I'm not as tight folding them, but someday I'll get really good at that. And here I have this. So I'm gonna push them up to the side, and I'm gonna make a few. I'm gonna put a few more. Okay.
Dame acá que los voy a virar.
Ah.
No los vas a virar.
No.
Porque tengan salsita.
Well, no, we're gonna put the sauce now. At the end, I'm gonna put the sauce and cheese on top.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll continue to fill these up. I don't know. These ones came out. I've never used it with canned spinach. I used to use one bag of those fresh spinach, or a few cups of my 3-4 cups of fresh spinach. But oh, I forgot the cheese. But it's usually, the last time I did it, it was a little more creamy. So maybe the next time I'll just use maybe a half a cup of the spinach. If you don't want it to spin it, too much spinach flavor, you can use a little bit less. But, I always try to get as many vegetables as I can in all the dishes I make. So this is why this one is a little more of the spinach. But again, you can use half a can if you want in the more garbanzos.
And you can use another greens that are your preference.
That's true. You can use other greens, other even chopped Brussels sprouts, or things like that. I mean, this is the fun part about cooking, that you can experiment with other things. So today I'm experimenting with this canned spinach with this recipe, because I was at the store with my bicycle, and I could have got the fresh, but I thought, I'm gonna try the can, because I've used it before and it's wonderful. So, but if it's too spinach, the flavor is too much, then
It's so good.
is it good? Yeah, you tasted it. Oh, I'm so glad.
Yeah.
I'm so glad. Hi, Debra. Hi, Maricruz. Oh, Maricruz Chavez. Vicente. Hi, Vicente. This is great. Oh, I put the cheese. So I'm going to put one more in here. So look, I have already 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 6. So I have 2 for each one of us. If mom doesn't want, only wants 1, then Bob can have 3.
It's very tasty.
Very tasty. You want to tell them how good it is? Isn't it good? I mean, every time I make this, I tell you, people go crazy. Hi, Vincent. You'll love this recipe. I know you like this vegetarian recipe. All right. So now what I'm going to do is basically put the rest of the sauce. I'm going to put the rest of the sauce on top of the enchiladas. And I think this is crucial that you use enchilada sauce. But if not, you can use Mexican sauce or something else. Or you can make your own sauce, because I know my friends make their own sauce. Hi, Jacqueline. It's so good to see you. So I'm going to make these enchiladas. I remember that we talked about an enchilada recipe with Jacqueline before for her book. But I forget whether it will have meat or not, Jacqueline. I can't remember. The one that is on on one of your books. So I'm going to put, the sauce in. I'm going to spread it out. See how quickly this is? This is what I said. Well, I might as well put this on video, because I know you all will love to see all the fun that goes behind making all these recipes here with the family. And wait until the kids come. It even gets more fun, because they have great ideas. So I just try to put much of the sauce on top. And then what I'm going to do is put the rest of the cotija cheese on top of it. And then this is going to go in the oven. I put the oven at 350. And you can use vegan cheese, whatever you want as well. Thank you, Mom. We don't want hair on the food here. So we're going to spread this cheese just a little bit as well. You can put, again, Chihuahua cheese on top, all these. But here you have it. Isn't this beautiful? So I'm gonna put it in the oven for 350 for just to melt, get it hot, and get that cheese a little melted for about maybe 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, not much, just to get it piping hot. So there you have it, the enchiladas with the chickpea filling and spinach and onions. Thanks. So good to see you. Yeah. Okay. So Jacqueline says that the recipe that we made also for her. You want to put this in the oven? The oven is hot and ready to go. I can answer some of your questions. Nora, my cousin, so good to see you. But Jacqueline's saying that the recipe that we made for her book has no meat. All right, so in her book, and I know you have many books. We made that some years ago, so I forget the name of your book, Jacqueline, but I know your books are wonderful. And one of them has a lot of international recipes, and these recipes in there. Or something quite similar. All right, so we're gonna do this, and then what I'm gonna do, hi Marsha. What I'm gonna do, bake it for 15 to 20 minutes until it's nice and hot. Hi Margaret Pastillo, oh my gosh, so good to see you too. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a picture at the very end, and you're gonna see it on my Instagram and Facebook later. Culinary Nutrition in 2014. That's the book that Jacqueline have, that this recipe is in, that very similar enchilada recipes in her book. Culinary Nutrition in 2014. Thank you, Jacqueline. You're so wonderful. Don't we love this technology? It's like bringing you into my kitchen. I think tomorrow I'm going to make I have a vegetarian meatloaf that I want to try, and I'm going to show you how to do that with some dehydrating some of the vegetarian meat. So that's gonna be tomorrow. So tune in, maybe a little sooner than 6, because I'll try to bake a little earlier and try to get all my ingredients early. Hi, Charlotte. Charlotte Romaine. Oh my gosh, so good to see you. Where are those cute babies? Those grandkids. All right. So we have the enchilada, and we are going to, and you can put anything you want in these enchiladas. Again, this is the great thing about it. You can do any meat, you can do any, and cheese, it goes really well. Even beans, whatever you want. But again, we did it with these chickpeas today and spinach and onion. All right, so I'm gonna let you go. So I'll let this dish baked for a little bit, and then I'm gonna set the table and eat, and then I'll take a picture and put it on my social media. I love you all. This is wonderful. If you have any recipes you want to see, please let me know so that I'll make them for you. I have so many of them in my social media, but if you have any that, urgency that I make them, I'll love to make them for you. All right, take care. Mommy, come and say bye. I have to tell my great assistant here. Bye. Have a great night. See ya.